Okay, this will be my last one. The last one. Let's just flow. Okay, this is going to be for the young lady who lost her life where the judge wouldn't give a restraining order. And she was killed and murdered. Let me just find out her name because I cannot disrespect her by not even knowing her name. Let's see. Let me just put in judge didn't give restraining order. Or protective order, whatever you call it. Yeah. Okay, it say weeks after she was denied a protective order in Michigan. Okay, this July 13th. This one it was written. I don't know actually when it happened. Okay. Filled the order on June 24th. That's my mother's birthday. Tirany Savage 35 filed for the order on January 24th in Michigan at the courts, claiming her husband. Where is that? The judge denied the order on June 27th, saying it was not insufficient evidence. It was I'm saying it wrong. Insufficient evidence of immediate. It's so wild. That is so wild. You gotta be laid, stretched out, dead before, they sit and say it's evidence or it's true. What's the use in calling the cops if they gotta see you shoot somebody and then they want to put you in jail? They gotta see you shoot somebody and then they want to put you in jail. But the whole time the person doing something to you and they ain't around, they don't believe you. But then when you shoot the person, then here they show up to put you in jail. Something wrong with that picture. You got to get wounded or hurt up for them to do anything. Okay, a woman was denied a protective order against her husband. Her family found her dead. They say murder-suicide. Eugene Savage, yeah, had recently brought a gun, threatened suicide, and refused to lead a family home. Okay, let's just see. The first card is somebody wanted romance, okay? Well, she didn't want to be bothered with him anymore. And this is the court card sitting here I'm looking at. So she didn't want to be bothered with him anymore. So if you don't want the person, you don't want the person. You had a right to not want a person anymore. If you don't want them, you don't want them for whatever reason. You have that right. Nobody gets the right to say that you got to stay stuck and hooked to somebody you don't want to be with. If you don't love someone any longer or they ain't treating you right or whatever, you don't have to stay with people. So when this happened to this lady, I don't know how it left the judge feeling to think differently when somebody come to him and say that they need help. Really. And not sit and say, well, it ain't enough proof. Lady not coming there just for the fun of it. She got better things to do than just come there and sit in a courthouse just to be talking about nothing. It might be people like that out here, but I'm quite sure that lady got more important things to do with her time than come sit there and just complain for nothing. Okay, we got top and bottom. Let's see. She was beautiful and she loved music. Let's just flow. Okay, he wanted romance because he didn't have romance in a long time because some kind of way she didn't want him anymore. Maybe he was estranged some kind of way. The love department was out because she didn't want to be bothered with that first card. He was holding on to a corrupt pain, but he needed to let go of destruction. Her husband. Okay, it says right here that he wanted her to be his plaything. He wanted to still be hooked on or whatever, or do what he say or whatever. The plaything card. Okay, it says that it was wake up time. It was time for her to continue her life, and she was going to continue her life. He wanted to know where his princess was, and she was considered his princess because he wanted to win. It is right here. His princess, he wanted to win. Okay, it says right here he wanted to get to the melting pot, and he wanted her to come on, get to the melting pot. Let's flourish together, anything like that. Okay. It was complicated for him to show her good because he didn't show her good by murdering her. That means he didn't show her good. Get what the card's saying? She was beautiful. Black is beautiful. Or he was talking down to her some kind of way. Follow me? Down. Self-hatred. Down to her as a black person, or this just her. Black is beautiful. She knew she was beautiful and she loved music. Or music was on some kind of way. So we have right here, I just want to go home. He wanted to go home. He wanted to come back home. He wanted to come back to her heart, or he wanted to come back home if he wasn't living there. Okay, and it says right here, if he needed help, he needed to reach out, because this card wouldn't be for Miss Savage, because she reached out. She went over to the courthouse and she was refused help. So this is not for her. Remember, she already reached out. This is for this man. If he needed help, he needed to go get help somewhere, because it wasn't. He thought she was beautiful and pretty. Here it is right here. Put her name here, Miss Savage, and we gotta go with the top. Either she was salary driven, making money, or he was salary driven, the kind that make money all the time. But he owed her an apology because he felt restricted. Follow me? He felt restricted, like he had no other way out. So because his wife didn't want him anymore, he felt he had no other way out. He felt restricted. He couldn't make it or whatever. So that's why he did what he did as far as doing what he did to his wife, but that don't make it right. So I don't know if he shot his wife or what he did to his wife, because I see a bulletproof card in here. So I don't know. I don't know what he did. I didn't really read enough, but it's a bulletproof card I just saw. So I don't know. Let me see if she was shot. I don't know. If he didn't shoot his wife, he held a gun on her, because there's a bulletproof card in there. So it shouldn't be in there if a gun. Oh, he had to have a gun because of bulletproof card in here. Oh yeah, it did say purchase a gun. Yeah. Okay, because I saw that card. Okay, it says right here, it was unjust. Follow me? At the courthouse. She went to the courthouse and it was unjust because the judge didn't grant her whatever she needed to protect herself. So it was unjust. She was a caterpillar in this thing. She was trying to bend forward. She's a caterpillar though. There's nothing she could do. You know how the caterpillar is. They restrict it, and only until you can get to that butterfly you can move around. Follow me? See, because the bulletproof card right here, bulletproof. She is grossed out. In this situation, in this storyline, the grossed out would be that she was fearful, feeling all kind of ways when she saw the gun. Follow me? Because either he drew the gun on her, he wounded her, or he murdered her. That's what that card means. Okay, it says right here, don't let what he seek ruin his life, because he couldn't find it. So what he seeked, he couldn't find, and he shouldn't let it ruin his life. But he was trying to find something that he couldn't have, because really she wanted out, evidently, his wife, and he should have just went on about his business. And this last card is, he was jerking her around. Power stays with the wife, not with the ex. Power stays with the wife, not with the ex. This man might have been talking to somebody else. I don't think she was. If she actually had a new person in her life, the person probably would have been at that house with her. She wouldn't have been alone in there where he can even be alone with her. I really feel as how he had somebody else some kind of way. He felt like, let me look at this card hard to see which one. By him being out in the cold and everything, I feel like he did something wrong. Because if you didn't do anything wrong, your wife wouldn't want you out. You had to do something wrong. That's why you out. So the power stays with the wife, not with the ex. Not with him. The power stayed with her, not with him. The judge gave him power when the judge wouldn't give the, what did she wanted? That order. So the judge gave him power right here. But the power stayed with her. She needed to have the power here as far as that court situation. But he was jerking her around. His wife here. He was jerking her around. Because some kind of way he was talking to somebody, whoever it was. Power stays with the wife, not with the ex. He was talking to somebody, whoever it was. Somebody. The power stayed with his wife, though, because your wife is your wife. I don't care what lady or chick or side dish or whoever you got on the side. Your wife is your wife. Number one. Legally, your wife is your wife. She the number one queen. He was talking to somebody. He ain't had romance with his wife in a long time. That's the number one card right here. Some sex. Get what I'm saying? Because his wife broke up with him or was finished with him or what was going on there. So the power stayed with the wife. The last card, the power stayed with his wife. He was jerking his wife around her. Talking to somebody else or whatever this man was doing. I don't know what he was doing. What he was looking for, he couldn't find it, God says. He wasn't treating his wife right. Bottom line, whatever it was, he wasn't treating her right. He wasn't treating her right. I mean, if you ain't treating her right, you don't deserve her. So instead of him like going on about his business, he decided he gonna kill her and don't let her live her life. That's a selfish way to be. But if it said that he felt restricted, that he had no way out, he had a way out. Just go about his business and leave her alone. You know what I mean? Leave her alone. Go on about your business. You got a way out. Just go about your business. You want to sit and stop somebody else from having a thriving life and have a happy life with another man and just live that life because they don't want you. People has got some problems. A lot of people got problems. You need to work on your problems, men and women, you know, because people don't want you. They don't have to take you if you're insufficient, if you're not right. They don't have to take you and be stuck with you. If you want to off yourself and get rid of yourself, you go right ahead and do that. But don't be taking somebody else's life with yours because you feel your life ain't worth nothing.